everybody, welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. Bassem Khalaf here once again. I'm happy to be back. Took some time off with school starting and whatnot. Just got caught up on time, but I'm happy to be back. What a great playoff 2020 we've had so far. Maybe one of the bright sides this year. And we do have the NFL coming back. Really excited to get that going. Hopefully everything transitions well, with Corona going around and whatnot. They have been doing a great job. I think in the last few tests, they've only had one positive test, which was Fred Warner, I believe. But yeah, I'm excited to have NFL season back. We will be breaking down games, breaking down teams as well. So more NFL coming to you as the season does approach. Not going to talk too much about it today because of how far into the NBA playoffs we are. I kind of want to focus on the sport with the playoffs at hand. So as we've seen in the Western Conference, it's been what we expected. Lakers and the Clippers both on top right now. I think Clippers are just going to run away with the rest of that series. I do know that Nuggets won that game 2 and game 3. They played a really good ball game, but just that switch when it gets turned on by the Clippers, totally new ball club. As we saw late in the game, Kawhi Leonard with defensive stops, Paul George looking like himself once again, which is really great to see. And even the guys like Lou Williams, who struggled early on in the game, when it's time to step up, that's what they do, and that's why these guys are still in the league heading into the 30s. Like Reggie Jackson, for example, he's been playing phenomenal basketball. Obviously, Markieff Morris. So Clippers, when it's time to talk about their bench, really not much to worry about. You do know what you're going to get out of them. I do expect a Lakers and Clippers conference finals, just like everybody expected when the season started. Both teams really dynamic. And one thing I want to break down with the Lakers, what a great scene it is to have Rajon Rondo back on the floor. Just the way he facilitates things. In game 1, he only got 25 minutes, bumped him up to 29 minutes in game 2. So tonight they do play game 3. This video will be posted after the game, but I do expect Rajon Rondo to get maybe in the early 30s minute mark, maybe like 32, 33 minutes, just because how well he was able to facilitate the offense especially when LeBron James is sitting. That's what Rondo does. He loves the ball in his hand. And if you do follow my Twitter, if you don't, well, it's Beat the Odds 365. Make sure you do that. Our pick tonight is Rajon Rondo to get over 5.5 assists, because I expect him to run the offense when LeBron is not in the game, maybe even when he is in the game. Try to run the offense through him, because it looked real nice when he was a facilitator. So, but back to my Twitter, I just want to mention that I do daily chances at free money. So make sure you follow us. It's just simple steps. All you do is follow us, like or retweet, and you have a chance at winning maybe $40, $30, $20, just depending on if you win or not. So talk about the East a little bit. Toronto Raptors are down 3-2 to the Boston Celtics. Boston had just looked way too dominant for them in game 5 to take that 3-2 lead. Man, it was just a really impressive performance by the Celtics. Jason Tatum had a monster game on the boards. Jaylen Brown with a 27-point performance. He's been one of the bright spots for the Celtics so far in this bubble. He's looked phenomenal on both ends of the floor. He's making it seem like Pascal Siakam is nowhere on his level, and it's crazy to see that when you look at the All-Star, it was Pascal Siakam. So Jaylen Brown really proven to the rest of the league that when time comes and his game has to step up, he's here for that. And Pascal Siakam is struggling to be just that for the Raptors, and I think they do need that out of him. When you have a small lineup like they have at the point guard position and the shooting guard with Fred VanVleet and Kyle Lowry, you're going to have to make up for some of the things that are lost, which is inside presence, the ability to take over a game, because both Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet can score. I'm not going to take that away from them. But when it comes to all right, let's get a bucket, maybe slashing bucket or fast break, he has to be that guy, because he was that guy for them in the finals last year. Yes, they did have Kawhi Leonard, who was getting most of the attention from the defense, but when you go 14 for 16 in the finals game and you're struggling to crack 20 points against a team like the Celtics, that's kind of you getting exposed that you're not ready for spots like this to be that guy. So if this continues on until Game 6 and Pascal struggles once again, and maybe next year we see that again from him, maybe his game is just not built for playoff moments, because you do need a specific game to perform well in the playoffs. And especially when it's a team, you need guys that can get buckets. So either they have to switch the offense around for Game 6 and try to work more towards moving the ball and less relying on a one-man game like Pascal Siakam, who's just not ready right now. So in terms of that series, I do see the Celtics closing out either Game 6 or 7. They just look like by far the deeper team right now. And then on the other side, Miami Heat right now playing a close game with the Bucks. That game, it should go towards Miami's way. I think they are going to end up finishing it off today. And look, this Miami team is serious. I think whoever comes out of that Boston-Toronto series, I think Miami's going to give them a run for their money. They do look like the favorite to make the finals out of the East right now, especially with how Jimmy Butler has been performing. Such a phenomenal leader. You got guys like Goran Dragic averaging about 20 points a game. Tyler Hero, he does not look like a rookie out there. Playing great offense, clutch shots, great defensive effort. Eric Spoelstra, kudos to him. Year in, year out, having a playoff team. This year just looks, their team looks ready. Even guys like Jay Crowder, obviously Bam Adebayo. This team looks legit. I would love to see a Raptors-Miami Heat series, but if it happens to the Boston Celtics, I can't complain about that either. I think if you're an NBA fan, you got win-win on both sides. I think whoever wins in that Western Conference will end up winning the finals, so we'll see how that goes. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself, so I am all done talking about the NBA. Just want to crack some things on the NFL real quick. I do expect a great week 1. Hopefully, with the whole 20% of fans being in the stadiums, everything works out. We don't have a spike in COVID cases because of football, or God forbid some crazy thing happens. But I do expect it to go smoothly. NFL has been doing a phenomenal job keeping their tests, positive tests down, like I had mentioned earlier. So I'm real excited though. We got Chiefs going on Thursday to start off the season. Can't ask for much more rather than the Super Bowl champion team, right? I personally am a 49er fan, so obviously I can't wait for that game against the Arizona Cardinals. So I don't want to get too much into NFL right now. I will save that for later on the week. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Just a little NBA breakdown today for you guys. Again, if you don't follow our Twitter, that's Beat the Odds 365. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later on the week, and enjoy your Tuesday nights, guys.